Magandang umaga, magandang hapon, at magandang gabi kung saan kami ngayon. Ako si Jasper Dominic Canabibas and welcome to another reaction video. Right now, magtatagalog tayo kasi we are going to react to Daryl Yap's new video, which is very controversial. Look, I'm happy for the guy. You know, he as a filmmaker. Well, hindi a filmmaker. I'm still studying film, but you know, him being a filmmaker, he is very privileged na he was able to direct some films with one of the many of the big stars of Pilipinas, right? While I haven't watched his movies yet, I did hear like a lot of his movies are controversial, right? The same thing with his Vincentiments. It first started with a very unique take of a short film because it's a very dialogue heavy, di ba? So Facebook, yun ang una ko nakita. And he just keeps on going, right? Iba't ibang topic, um, iba't ibang dialogue. Mostly it's just people talking. Boy, walang tubig. Anyways, so magre-react tayo dito. Alright? Sa Pagod LEN-LEN. This is going to be my honest reaction. First time ko papanoorin to. But I did see the people's comment about this one. So, ito na, papanoorin ko na. And, let's go. Oops, nakamute. Okay, play.
Bakit daw nahimatay?
Wow, 23,000 likes. 0 dislikes. I guess this is a very good video. Come on, YouTube, ibalik nyo na yung rating sa dislikes. What the hell? Okay, let's go.
Bakit daw nahimatay? Ewan ko, ma'am. Ang alam ko, biglang nanghina. Lakas-lakas nun dati. Humina.
Pansin ko rin, ma'am, tingnan mo tong cellphone. Sa mga pictures at videos, pansinin mo yung mga post, ma'am. Dati, fresh LEN-LEN. O ngayon, tingnan mo, ma'am.
Ay, ang LEN-LEN nyo, pagod na. Anyari?
Sinabihan ko na yan, ma'am, na nakakapagod na maraming boses. Dami niyang boss. Nakakahilo kaya yung maraming pinakikinggan.
Eh, sino ba yung mga boss niya?
Ay.
Oh, asan si LEN-LEN?
Hindi ko siya kilala ko siya. Siya pa yung lumabas sa PBB kasi hindi ako ng PBB. Pero this person right here, parang controversial din siya. Let's see how everything will go.
Pinatulog ko muna yung anak ng fuchsia.
Eh, bakit nga nahimatay?
Senator, sinong hindi manghihina? Sinong hindi hihimatayin? Sinong hindi magko-collapse? Nagtatrabaho? 18 hours?
18 hours?
Totoo ba yun?
18 hours? So yung 6 hours, tulog, prep sa work, tapos kain, lahat-lahat na?
Di naman ako makapaniwala niyan. Pwede kang kumain habang nagtatrabaho. Pero the rest of the work, you have to focus.
Naliligo siya habang nagla-laptop. Ha? Oo! Naliligo siya habang nagla-laptop kaya na-electric current siya sa mga nerves niya.
OMG! 18 hours of work, tapos ang dai-dai pang boss.
Tapos, tumatakbo pa.
Tumatakbo?
Opo! Runner kasi yan si LEN-LEN eh. Paikot-ikot yan sa 1,700 islands.
Kapagod, ha?
Yung kasama niyang tumakbo dati, si Paring Maro.
Ha?
Si Paring Maro.
Ah! That's me!
Okay. Yeah, it's very on the nose. At first, akala ko hindi to political, pero nakita yung pangalan. While it was still going, parang it's not political. But it turns out it's very political, right? Yung isa si Mar Rojas, yung gumagano.
Di na siya
Tingnan natin.
sinamahan.
Nakakapagod kasi yan si Len-Len.
Sorry, kasi I think there was Daryl Yap also uploaded a video like a few weeks ago. Nakasama din siya. I haven't watched it. I'm not planning to. But I think that thing was pretty controversial then. So, wala akong context about doon sa video na yun.
Diba? Nanalo yan ng huling takbo. Second, silver. Sabi niya, isusupport daw niya yung nanalong gold. Si Mang Dus. Pero ayun, puro siya kontra.
Pero alam mo, ma'am, sabi niya noon, di na siya tatakbo. Pero tingnan mo, ayun, tumatak.
Balikan natin kaninang 18 hours thing. It is very, I think, very insensitive. I've known a lot of people who works 2 jobs. Kapag kaya nila, they work 3 jobs. Yung mga trabaho sa 3 jobs, when I used to work at the airport dito sa Amerika, when they used to work there, 3 jobs sila. I've heard stories na, natutulog na sila mismo sa airport. They don't have time to travel back home. If kailangan nila maghilamos, maligo sa airport, din nila ginagawa yun. And, we also have like nurses, right? Nurses, wala akong masyadong alam about sa nurses, but I do know that their schedule are very different from the typical 8-hour shift and 5 days a week thing, right? I think they work more than 10 hours or maybe more than 12 hours or something like that in a day. And making a video, Daryl Yap is very, like I said, very privileged na meron siyang, he has a following, right? And the thing about following is that whenever you make something, whenever you make a content, you're showing that content to everyone. You're showing your what's inside your thoughts, what's inside your feelings, and sinashow mo yung opinion mo sa public, right? And it can mean a ton of things. One, it can mean that you can be judged by the content that you uploaded, and also, two, your Daryl Yap is very influential kasi since madami siyang followers, madaming people ang makanood nito intentionally and not intentionally, and it's going to affect people who are going to watch this. Right now, I'm a person who works part-time. I'm not that much affected to it, but I acknowledge that there are people who work for many hours, right? And the fact na I think yung binibigyan na message ni Daryl Yap dito na 18 hours is a joke. It's not. It's not a joke. Minsan nga, inisip ko nga, lagi kong sinasabi sa mga friends ko, man, kulang yung 24 hours in a day. Dapat we need to have more hours, kasi most of the time, 90% of the time, it's either you're working or studying, and the rest, you're just, nagpapahinga ka lang. It's your free time. And I think it's unfair. Nandito tayo sa mundo para maging masaya, enjoy life, but we are like slave to to the fact na kailangan natin magtrabaho all the time and nakakapagod, it's mentally challenging. If you have to go to work with a different, wearing a different mask, a different face, para lang di mo lang maapekto yung company mo and the people around you. You have to wear this fake smile, right? And it feels like na sa pagkakalam ko dito, sa ano ko dito, parang 18 hours doesn't mean anything to them. Hindi na alam na itong tatlo na to ay nakikinabang sa mga taong nagwo-work overtime, na magwo-work na multiple jobs. Every day we encounter people like that, pero we're just not aware of those people. I'm 100% sure na around my area right now, people are working for several hours overtime just to para na makapay ng bills, makakain, sacrificing their time to be, happy for entertainment, to spend time with their families, right? 18 hours is not a joke.
Takbo na naman. Nagpapagod na naman.
Naku!
And yung sinabi niyang yung parang yung goal of kay Duterte, something like that, si Lenny, na um, parang sinisira ni Lenny yung parang alliance niya with Duterte, ganun ba yung sinasabi
Oh,
niya?
ma'am, sabi niya noon.
Nakakapagod kasi yan si LEN-LEN. Di ba? Nanalo yan ng huling takbo. Second, silver. Sabi niya, isusupport daw niya yung nanalong gold. Si Mang Dus. Pero ayun, puro siya kontra.
Dude, okay. She's the vice president. Okay, look, hindi ako part, um, I'm not a politician, right? Pero, the reason na hindi sinusuporta ni Len-Len, si Dudes, well, it's because both of them have different ideologies, right? Iba yung political views ni Len-Len, iba din yung political views ni Duterte, right? And they're very contrasty, right? Black and white. But they're like oil and water. And it's very difficult, I'm 100% sure na Lenny at least trying to work with the president, right? But the fact that, um the president and the vice president are from two different parties, and right now they're sitting in the highest position of the Philippines. Um it's going to be hard. It's going to be like magwork kayong dalawa together as one team para pagandahin yung Pilipinas. I have a feeling na si Duterte ay parang, he doesn't care. Gusto niya masunod kung ano yung gusto niya, right? And I think it's one of the reasons why we can't blame Lenny for kung bakit hindi nagwo-work yung dalawa. I'm pretty sure na Duterte a also has a play on why both of them are like water and oil. And I think this one is already pretty biased sa nakikita ko. I think it's already against Lenny. Well, freedom of speech. You're fine to do anything that you can. And I think that's the beauty about subjectivity, the beauty about us being able to choose, but also it also has some kind of like side effects, disadvantages. Kasi videos like this can really influential people, right? There will be a person who will watch this who will agree to the very message of the video. That's why we have 23,000 likes. There's still people liking this video, right? While hindi natin nakikita yung dislikes, base sa controversy na nakikita ko sa Facebook, I think this video has a ton of dislikes right now. Hindi lang natin nakikita.
Pero alam mo, ma'am, sabi niya noon, hindi na siya tatakbo. Pero tingnan mo, ayun!
Ako di ko alam about doon. Wala akong alam doon. Wala akong record ng lahat ng mga sinabi ni Lenny in the past, Pero, people, humans, right? They always make different decisions. People always change their minds. And there's nothing wrong about that. Right?
Takbo na naman. Nagpapagod na naman.
Naku!
Nagpapagod si Lenny dahil why not? If she believes in something na she wanted to do good for the people, then why not let her run for president, right? I mean, that's one of our rights. Being a Filipino born sa Pilipinas, you can run for the presidency. And the freedom. I mean, that's why we have Pacquiao running for president too.
Matakbo na naman siya sa
Even though hindi ko masyado alam yung qualifications about Jan, pero Pacquiao is just like he's still like a newbie pagdating sa politics. But he's running for presidency, and um, I think kung sino man nag-handle ng voting stuff na yan, they're just allowing him. And again, that's like I said, that's the beauty of of democracy, right?
1,700 islands.
Alam nyo, time management yan eh. Ang pagtatrabaho ay parang pag-inom ng kape.
Yan na naman tayo.
Pag nagtimpla ka, dapat tansya mo. Kaya ko ba tong ubusin sa ganitong oras, ng ganito kabilis, habang may ginagawa? Ang pag-inom ng kape ay pagtanggap ng trabaho. Pag ininom mo agad, kundi mo pagamay, tiyak kang mapapasok. May kape para sa barako, may kape para sa Amerikano, may kapeng nakasanayan tayo. Hanggang 3-in-1 lang sa trabaho.
3-in-1 sa trabaho?
Mismo! 3 ways to finish one job. 1. Stir all chores to simplify. Yung mga pwedeng pagsabay-sabayin, edi gawin. Number 2. Drink while it's hot. Habang maaga, gawin mo na. Huwag mo na ipagpaliban pa. 3. Ice it up. Kung parang naging routine na, nakakasawa na, pwede mong gawing iba. Lagyan mo ng yelo. Eh di iced coffee. Para may bagong pampagana.
Nako, sasabihin ko nga kay LEN-LEN yan. Para ma-budget niya oras niya. Kasi lately, hindi na niya alam kung saan niya isisingit yung pagko-computer games niya.
Computer games?
Opo, ma'am. Magkalaban kami niyan. Ako si Chun-Li, siya si Ryu. Ang galing maglaro niyan, ma'am. Mapapasabay ka sa Hadouken. Ganto ka nga, ma'am.
Ay, ayoko nga.
Sige na, ma'am. Ganto ka.
Naku! 18 hours of work, maraming bosses.
I think one of Daryl Yap's strong suit is like writing something na it's when he writes something and you watch the video, it's a video that you can watch several times and you will like learn something new. You will find out something, you will like see a message hidden behind the lines when you know the context, what he is trying to talk about. And there's a lot of it in this video right here. And the problem is it feels like his writings came straightly from his mind. I mean, of course, ganun naman talaga, pero it came from his mind na hindi pinag-isipan. Whenever we're talking in person, usually we make these small decisions in our mind, whether we wanted to say something or we wanted to hold it, right? Para hindi natin masabi yung mga lines na yon. Kasi 1, it can offend a person. 2, we just don't know how the person is going to react. Here, yung mga lines na dito ay parang, may naisip ako, sulat natin yan. May naisulat ako, hindi niya pinag-isipan ko ano yung pwedeng maging apekto nito sa taong nanonood. Kaya I think parang may pagka-prangka yung hindi ko alam kung prangka yung tamang word, pero you get the gist of it.
Ang daming nag-uutos, nagko-computer games. Ayoko na lang magsumbong. Na meron na namang pinapagawa sa kanya.
Naknang pusa, ano na naman? Di na sila naawa kay LEN-LEN. Pinagmumukha na nilang tanga.
Bakit? Ano na naman pinaggagawa niya?
Ayun, nagkakarate.
Nagkakarate. Gets ko yung reference about dito. Look, there's nothing wrong about that. I know this is about politics. Ganun. Pero it's a thing in Philippine politics na, you have to do some kind of what? Parang if you're running for something, kailangan mo ding i-entertain yung mga supporters mo. Si Isko, sumasayaw. Duterte, hinahalikan yung mga followers niya while in front of an audience. Okay? We have Lenny wearing that karate looking clothing na pink. Tapos meron siyang ganito. It looks silly. Sure. But hey, if it made people happy, then that's fine. We also have Marcos, he released this May the 4th video back in the day. It's still silly, but he wanted to make his supporters happy, especially the Star Wars fans, I guess. And I know parang Philippine politics is it's like a carnival, but that's what caters to people. The masses do like seeing those kinds of stuff, and now, you know, every bad marketing is kind of like good marketing, at least sa pananaw ko. Kasi even though it's silly, it also becomes a meme, which means that people are talking about it. Kumakalat yung mga kalokohan nyo sa internet, even though it's innocent. But yeah, it keeps people talking. That's why we have the karate thing that happened here. Okay, ito yung nakita ko. So ito pa yan. Anyone who claims to work 18 hours a day is either lying or stupid. Oh, so 18 hours ba ito ba sa interview ba ni Lenny, sinabi ba niya nagtatrabaho siya ng 18 hours? So, is that why ito yung pinaming message na to? If this video is directed to Lenny, then okay. I think that's the intention. Pero Lenny is not the only, just like I said, Lenny is not the only person who's working for like 18 hours a day. And this statement right here is just plain ignorant. Look, I don't know kung ano yung work style mo, Daryl Yap. Daryl Yap ba pangalan niya? Hindi ko alam kung paano ka nagtatrabaho, kung ano yung work style mo. Pero, Vincent. Tama ba Daryl Yap? Da, Yap, hindi pa spelling. Yap, siya nga yata to. Um, and hopefully we're still talking about the same person. Okay, wait lang, tingnan ko lang tong Wikipedia niya. Saglit lang. Web series, tama. Ito. Ay. Vin. Yep, tama siya nga yan. Just making sure. Okay, I don't know how, kung ano yung work style niya, kung ano yung working schedule, something like that. Pero clearly, it feels like he hasn't experienced working for 18 hours. And I can see that from what I've seen sa mga nagawa niya, because like I said, I haven't watched his movies yet. Pero napod ko na itong mga movies na to, itong short films niya. Itong mga films na to, you can do something like this for like under a day. You can shoot a scene like this for like maybe 1 to 2 hours, and then you're good. Pwede ka na mapagpahinga ka, and handle the editing process, something like that. Write stories. All of those things are not happening within the 18-hour range. You have breaks para gawin to mga to. But this is coming from a person who who has experience with short films. Whenever I do something like that, I always have breaks. I write the story. I do the principal photography, and then I do the editing, lahat yun merong breaks, right? I think Daryl Yap, di pa niya to na-experience in real life, kaya he doesn't know what he is talking about. Pero, we do know people from the film industry who has to work overtime, who has to do like some kind of time crunch para lang ma-meet na yung schedule, ma-meet na yung deadline. And that thing is still happening, like, sa Hollywood when it comes to CGI and stuff, sa animation. That's why we had this kind of Hollywood strike that happened maybe last year yata or the other year. And it's the film industry can be unhealthy, I think in every kind of industry there's at least someone who's working for 18 hours a day. And just like I said, this is very ignorant of him to say. It's like saying na let's talk about race, right? It's like saying na you're an Asian, Filipino ka, right? Nasa pumunta ka Amerika, you're in San Francisco, and then you experience Asian hate. Um, People are being racist against you, right? Especially because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And imagine you're this person saying na, hindi naman totoo yung ano na yan, yung Asian hate na yan, itong Asian racism na to. It's not real because I haven't experienced it, right? It's not real because you haven't experienced it, pero it doesn't mean na it doesn't exist, right? Ako, I know racism exists. I haven't experienced it. Maybe I did. Unaware lang ako. But I do know that it exists because I know people around me that are affected by it. I know how different people from different races are being treated unfairly, right? And the same thing with this thing. Hindi dahil hindi ka nagtatrabaho ng 18 hours, it doesn't mean na it's not real or it's some form of stupidity, right? And this is very anti, um, I think it's also anti-Filipino, kasi Filipino, masisipag talaga mga Pilipino. And yung mga Pilipino dito nagtatrabaho sa Amerika, super sipag nila. They always work overtime. They always have like, some of them have like 2 jobs just to make ends meet. And the fact that this video is telling those hardworking people na, dude, you guys are stupid for working for 18 hours. That's it's it exposes Daryl Yap's privilege, right? He can work for like a minimum amount of like time and hours, and he can get a lot of money. Plus he has like other people. He has a network who can just give him a who can help him achieve his projects and something like that. And it's something that it's very difficult for people like me, other people who are in the working class. And what I'm trying to say is that super privileged lang ni Daryl Yap para sabihin niya yung ganitong linya na to. And it's unfair. Nakabastos. And it's sad na this 3 right here, man, if nagets lang nila yung script na ginawa nila for this short film, makikita nila na kung gaano kamali yung yung statement na yun sa ending. And I know Daryl is trying to spread a message. He wanted to get his opinions out there. Pero this kind of video right here is something na wala ka makukuhang benefit dito. That's the thing. Wala kang makukuha benefit dito. This video is on YouTube available just to, just to piss people off, right? It's not helping anyone. It's not um it's make some a person who watches this will make their day way worse because of because of the content of this video. And yeah, exactly, invalidating hardships, gaya nga sabi ni Anonymous. People work really hard just to survive. Kita mo, we have a businesswoman who also has to experience 16 to 18 hours. Um, but yeah, that's the thing with David Yap's. That's his signature, right? Making videos na can be really controversial, and this is just one of the new videos na ginawa niya na very controversial, and I think this is the most controversial video that he made. It's saddening that a person like this, who has the power of filmmaking in his grasp, I there's a ton of other filmmakers out there that who can do a ton of good for society, but we have Daryl Yap um to upload these kinds of videos right here. But just like I said, that's the beauty of freedom, freedom of speech. But freedom doesn't come. Freedom always comes with a price, right? If he's being bashed by people, if he's being canceled by people, then society might think that he deserves it, right? Kasi I think he's very aware of how controversial this video can be, but he still uploaded them. He still uploaded it. And I think this video is not going to affect him. He will just continue doing some this kinds of videos in the future. People are still going to watch it. People are still going to like it. Yung mga edgy na videos na to. And that's the truth about the world we are living right now. The people out there are helping other people. People out there are trying to work hard for their family, and there are also people like Daryl Yap na gumagawa ng ganitong video para lang para ng mga star or something like that. And the fact that na sinabi niya not a political content, oh come on man, that's bullshit. That's not true. And this video smells politics from the title pa lang, from the lines. And it's this thing is very political then, because the workforce is something that uh malaking involvement ng politics dyan. People trying to work hard. It shows na there's people in the working class are being very mismanaged with low pay rates, and it's just saddening. Um, it's just saddening that we live in a state like that, you know, and just to survive, just to be happy, just to buy the things that will make us happy, just to buy the things that will keep us going, just to be with our families, right? It's sad. But yeah, that's my reaction to this video right here. Um, and like kayo, anong sasabi nyo? Do you agree with this latest sentiment video? Ako, I strongly disagree. It may be sad. I can see why people are offended by this. And I think it's very ignorant of him to upload a video like this. And I think it's also ignorant of these three people right here para to work with him, right? Clearly, they read the script, but I think they never understood the point of the script. And yeah, that's my reaction. And for more kinds of reaction videos, to Filipino content and everything else, subscribe to the Giga channel. And you guys take care. And yeah, um, wash your hands. Wala na ibang masabi. Pero if you're working hard, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I do hope the government will do something about it. Um, I do hope the government will see how hard it is to live a life without having excess money with you all the time. It's sad, politics in the Philippines, yung mga magnanakaw, binoboto, nakulong na, binoboto pa rin, and that's the price of democracy and freedom that we have to pay. But yeah, I think this is also the great time to say na vote wisely in the coming elections. Vote for someone na sa tingin nyo ay talaga makakatulong sa future ng Pilipinas, makakatulong sa mga batang nasa paligid mo, right? Makakatulong sa pagkatanda mo. Don't vote for someone na there are there's a ton of evidence, a ton of bona fide sources why they shouldn't be voted, right? We are talking about the election para sa Pilipinas for the presidential elections. Your vote counts. Don't forget to vote. And what and who you are going to choose is going to define the next coming years of the Philippines. And please, voting is not a joke. Um, think about the potential that we can get by voting the right person on the seat. It's your choice, but still rely on facts. Don't rely on social media. Come on, guys. Nakapag-graduate kayo, gumawa kayong thesis, you guys should know where to find legit sources, right? Follow the source. Don't rely on anyone's Facebook post. Rely on ABS-CBN, rely on Rappler, rely on those kinds of news outlets. And still, vote for, like I said, vote for someone na sa tingin nyo talaga ay karapat-dapat para sa upuan. Hindi dahil sa apelyido, hindi dahil maganda yung puso, or hindi dahil pogi. Okay? You guys take care and goodbye.